Hey Shelly, so this is going to be a rough video. I don't usually do this, but what I did was outline the extensor that you were pointing to, and the black line indicates like the imaginary line for the joint. The black fibers represent the direction of the muscle fibers, right? And the reason that it's important to know the origin and insertion, like where the muscle starts and begins, is because that's where the tendon is, where the tendon attaches to the bone. And I'm going to look here real quick just as a reminder. Sorry. Let's see here. Yeah, the lateral. Okay, so along the bone here, and then up here is the 2 points where the muscles attach. That's the most common place for muscle strains, what we know as muscle strains, and that's because that's where the tendon connects and it turns to muscle, and that's the weak point, the musculotendinous junction, right? So the rest of it here is just muscle belly, and like I was saying, the initial injuries will occur somewhere around here or along here for this particular muscle. So when you do, properly, the sequence that I would do when I was helping someone is to warm it up, something with like a hot pack or a heating pad with a washcloth in order to get it, all the blood vessels and stuff dilated, right? It's going to be softer, more pliable, easier to clear out toxins and stuff like that, right? So I'm going to grab some lotion here. It doesn't matter what kind of lotion or oil. You could just use basic vegetable oil, or you can get something fancy, avocado oil, or it just doesn't matter. Ultimately, what you want to do is have something that will provide some slipperiness, but also as it soaks in, you get some friction so you can do deep tissue, right? So the orange line is the outline of the entire muscle. Obviously, it's going to be a little different shaped on you. That light is pretty bright. I put a grow light on me here, so if it seems like I start getting taller, you'll know why. But anyway, the black fibers, again, that's the direction of the muscle fibers. This is the joint. This muscle does cross up here, so we know that a good place to work is up here. But say I'm going to work with somebody in the office or whatever, you want to do this first. So I have lotion on my hands, and you kind of move the blood and stuff up in the upper part of the arm first to kind of open it up, so you're not just pushing junk through an already congested area. And you can do that for up to 5 minutes or something like that. The second thing we'll do, and I got this lotion here again, is we're going to do long strokes like this. Again, we're thinking big picture, get the blood flowing. And this has nothing to do really with the direction of the fibers, right? This would just be considered like Swedish massage, lighter massage, right? So we do that for a while. Then what you're going to do is take your thumb, or have somebody else do it, and push in a little deeper along the bone like that. And you're going to find tender spots, spots that are more tender. Now my pen marks are coming off, I can see, because of the lotion. But I'm going to do this on the entire range of the muscle. So we're kind of feeling it, evaluating it at the same time. And if you find like a particular point that hurts, then that's probably a trigger point, which is a spasm. Spasm indicates lack of blood flow right there, which is, they call it ischemia, lack of blood flow. But the less blood flow there is, the more spasm you get, which creates more spasm and pain. Then it just becomes a cycle, right? So if this was my situation, what I would be doing is like this. And I would say I'm using about a 5 out of 10 pressure, but if it was too tender to do 5, then I'm just working just above that threshold of pain or discomfort or comfort where I can tolerate it. I actually feel a trigger point in mine right here. It feels like a little lump, soft but hard, right? So I'm going to take that into consideration. So now I'm starting to kind of flush it, right? Get the garbage out of there. Lactic acid, there's a trigger point in here too. And it's not uncommon. Now, if you wanted to prevent this from happening again,